Hello, everybody. I am Dan Murrell, and believe it or not, as of today, we are less than 1 month away from this year's Academy Awards. They're coming up on March 15th. And as we get closer and closer to the ceremony, many people, myself included, want to be able to watch every single movie that's nominated for an Oscar this year. Or if you're a little more sane, maybe you just want to see all of the Best Picture, Best Actor, all of the major nominees. But in today's streaming landscape, when movies are in theaters and digital video, premium video on demand, it's hard to know where to find everything. And that's why I made this video. It's the second year that I've done it. Today, I am going to look at every single Oscar nominee from Best Picture to Best Documentary Short, and I will tell you where you will be able to watch those movies in time for the Academy Awards ceremony. Now, before we get started, I just have to make a disclaimer. I'm based in the United States. The majority of my audience is in the United States, and because streaming services particularly work the way that they do, the availability may not be the same everywhere around the world. So if you are outside of the US, you may want to check other streaming services than the ones that I list to see if the selected movies are available. But having said that, let's get to where you can watch every single one of this year's Oscar nominees, and we will start with the 10 nominees for Best Picture. You can watch almost all of them at home, but it must be noted that if you want to see those movies in theaters, maybe some of the Netflix films that you weren't able to see in theaters, if you're in the US, in select markets, you'll have to check your local times, there is one last chance to see every other Best Picture nominee on the big screen if you are near one of the three major chains, AMC, Cinemark, and Regal. Each chain is doing its own showcase of all the Best Picture nominees, but they're doing it in different ways. AMC theaters are having two separate Best Picture showcase days, one on March 7th, one on March 14th. There will be 5 Best Picture nominees played each day. And tickets, at least as far as I could find, are $40 per day. So to see all 10 Best Picture nominees on the big screen at AMC, you're going to have to commit to 2 different days over 2 weekends for $40 a pop. Cinemark has a different deal. They're running an Oscar showcase from March 9th through the 15th that includes all 10 Best Picture nominees plus the Oscar-nominated shorts. Now, the movies will be screening on multiple days. There will be multiple screenings per day. Each Best Picture nominee will be screening on 2 different days, so it's a bit more complicated if you're planning which screenings you're going to attend. But it is the most economic option because Cinemark is offering a $40 pass for all of the movies, and they're the only chain that also includes the Oscar-nominated shorts. And Regal will be running a Best Picture showcase from March 6th through the 15th, featuring all 10 Best Picture nominees. One nominee will screen each day with multiple showings per day, and tickets for those movies will be $7.99 each, so it would cost you about the same as it would at AMC if you want to see all 10, about $80. But maybe you've already seen some of the Best Picture nominees, or you don't want to see them all on the big screen again. You want to watch them at home. Luckily, you can watch all or most of the Best Picture nominees outside of theaters, and so we're going to list those 10 movies first, and we'll start with the movie that set a new record for Oscar nominations this year, Sinners. It has 16 nominations: Best Picture, Director, Actor, Supporting Actress, Original Screenplay, Original Score, Original Song, Casting, Sound, Production Design, Cinematography, Makeup and Hairstyling, Costume Design, Editing, and Visual Effects. And you can watch it at home via digital rental or purchase. It's also available on physical media, and it's streaming on 2 different services here in the United States. It is currently streaming on Amazon Prime Video and HBO Max. One Battle After Another is nominated for 13 Oscars this year, including Best Picture, along with Best Director, Actor, 2 Supporting Actor nominations, Supporting Actress, Adapted Screenplay, Original Score, Casting, Sound, Production Design, Cinematography, and Best Editing. You can watch One Battle After Another through digital rental or purchase. It's also available on physical media, and it is currently streaming on HBO Max. Frankenstein has the 3rd most nominations this year with 9, including Best Picture, Supporting Actor, Adapted Screenplay, Original Score, Sound, Production Design, Cinematography, Makeup and Hairstyling, and Costume Design. Currently, it is only available to watch on Netflix unless you choose to catch it as part of that Best Picture showcase at one of the major chains. Marty Supreme also has 9 nominations, including Best Picture, Director, Actor, Original Screenplay, Casting, Production Design, Cinematography, Costume Design, and and editing. It is currently in theaters. It's also available for premium video on demand. Those are those higher priced rentals, $15, $20, depending on the movie. You can also buy the movie digitally, and it will be coming to physical media at some point in March, although that date has not been officially announced. It might be before the Oscar ceremony. It might be after the Oscar ceremony, so keep an eye on that. Sentimental Value also sporting 9 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, Director, Actress, Supporting Actor, 2 Supporting Actress nominations, Original Screenplay, International Film, and Best Editing. It is currently in select theaters, not a whole lot of theaters around the country. You can also watch it via premium video on demand, so a higher price rental, and it is available to purchase digitally. Hamnet comes in with 8 nominations this year, including Best Picture, Director, Actress, Adapted Screenplay, Original Score, Casting, Production Design, and Costume Design. Hamnet is still in select theaters around the country. It's also available via premium video on demand. You can purchase it digitally, and the movie will be hitting physical media, so Blu-ray and 4K, on March 3rd, so a little over 2 weeks from now. Begonia has 4 Oscar nominations, including Picture, Actress, Adapted Screenplay, and Original Score. It is available for digital rental and digital purchase. It's available on physical media, and it is currently streaming on Peacock. F1 the movie is a Best Picture nominee, and it also has 3 other nominations, including Sound, Editing, and Best Visual Effects. It is available for digital purchase, but not rental, as well as on physical media, and it is currently streaming on Apple TV+. So it's one of the movies here, one of the few movies that has home availability, but not for rental. I think that is just a byproduct of it being on Apple TV. The Secret Agent was kind of a white whale for a lot of people for a while. It has 4 nominations. It's nominated for Best Picture, Actor, International Film, and Best Casting. It is in a small number of theaters nationwide, but it is now, as of very recently, also available for premium video on demand, so a higher price rental, as well as for digital purchase. Train Dreams is our final Best Picture nominee, and it also has 4 Academy Award nominations. It is nominated for Best Picture, Best Adapted Screenplay, Original Song, and Cinematography. And like Frankenstein, it is currently only available to watch at home on Netflix. All of the Best Director nominees are covered by movies that are nominated in the Best Picture race, and 4 of the nominees for Best Actor are also included in that group of Best Picture nominees, but there is one Best Actor nominee that's in a film not nominated for Best Picture, and that is Ethan Hawke in Blue Moon. Blue Moon is nominated for Best Actor as well as Best Original Screenplay, and you can watch it at home via digital rental and digital purchase. It's available on physical media, and as of yesterday, it is also streaming on Netflix, so a new entry as far as streaming availability, so you can watch that at home through multiple different methods. 3 of the movies that also have nominees in the Best Actress race have already been covered so far, but there are 2 other nominees that we haven't talked about. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, which stars Rose Byrne, has 1 nomination just for Best Actress. It is available to watch through digital rental and digital purchase, although there is no physical media release that I could find thus far, or pending physical media release. It is also streaming on HBO Max. And then Kate Hudson's turn in Song Sung Blue, which is the movie's only nomination, is available to watch in a variety of different ways. It's still in a number of theaters around the country. It was a Christmas release. It's also available via premium video on demand, digital purchase. It hits physical media in just a couple days on February 17th, and it is also currently streaming on Peacock. All of the movies with nominations in the Best Supporting Actor category have already been covered, as well as 4 of the movies with nominees in the Best Supporting Actress category. But there is one performance in a movie that we have not mentioned yet, and that is Amy Madigan and her performance in Weapons. That is the movie's only Oscar nomination. It is available to watch via digital rental and digital purchase. You can also buy it on physical media, and it too is currently streaming on HBO Max. Let's turn our attention now to the Best International Feature race. 2 of the films in this category, Sentimental Value and The Secret Agent, we've talked about in the Best Picture category, but there are 3 other films nominated. It Was Just an Accident is nominated for 2 Oscars, Best International Film and Best Original Screenplay, and you can currently watch it via digital rental or digital purchase. Sirat is a movie that's going to be difficult to find for a lot of people. It's nominated for Best International Film as well as Best Sound, but currently it is only playing in a select number of theaters, and it's not that many theaters. It was actually released this year in 2026, I think right around the time the Academy Award nominations were announced. Hopefully there will be digital availability that is announced sometime in the next month that will give people that might not be near a theater playing Sirat a chance to see it before the Academy Awards. And The Voice of Hind Rajab currently is also only available to watch in select theaters. Best International Film is the movie's only Oscar nomination. Hopefully, again, there will be some digital availability that's announced for people that might not be near a theater where they can see the film. Let's move now to the nominees for Best Animated Feature, and we will start with K-Pop Demon Hunters, which sports 2 Oscar nominations, one for Best Animated Film and one for Best Original Song. Of course, you can only watch that film right now on Netflix. Arco has 1 Oscar nomination for Best Animated Film. It's being distributed by Neon, and it too is currently only playing in select theaters. So keep an eye out perhaps for some digital availability announced in the next month. Neon, I think, would be smart to do that. Elio has 1 Oscar nomination for Best Animated Film. It is currently available for digital rental, digital purchase, on physical media, and also streaming on Disney+. Little Amelie, or The Character of Rain, has 1 Oscar nomination for Best Animated Film. It's currently available to watch via digital rental and purchase, and it will be hitting physical media on March 10th, so just a few days before the Academy Awards. And Zootopia 2 has 1 Academy Award nomination for Best Animated Film. It is currently in theaters. It is also available via premium video on demand for digital purchase, and it will be hitting physical media on March 3rd. No word yet on when it will be hitting Disney+. Don't worry, the search for this year's Oscar nominees isn't over, but before we go further, I just want to thank the sponsor for this video, Mando. This video is brought to you by Mando. If you're like most people, when you leave the house, you make sure you look good, you make sure you feel good, but that doesn't mean anything if you don't smell good. Well, with Mando, you can scratch that worry off your list because Mando's whole body deodorant stops odor before it even starts. Mando is safe to use anywhere on your body and blocks odor all day with odor control up to 72 hours, and it's clinically proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone. Mando's deodorants come in stick and spray forms, and you can choose from a variety of scents like bourbon leather or my personal favorite, Mount Fuji. When I was in Utah going to movie screenings all day, I was out of my hotel room sometimes for 12, 14 hours straight, running from movie to movie, and then sitting in these kind of cramped little seats next to a bunch of strangers. But no matter how long I was gone, I was never worried about how I smelled because I trust Mando every single day to keep me smelling good. Some men mask their BO with scents. Mando men get the job done right. Don't mask it, Mando it. Mando's available right now in retailers near you, or you can head to shopmando.com because for a limited time, new customers get 20% off site-wide with my exclusive code. Use code DAN at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. That's shopmando.com. Please support the show and tell them that I sent you. Mando's got you covered with deodorant plus sweat control. Say goodbye to sweat stains and say hello to long-lasting freshness. Let's move now to the Best Documentary Feature nominees, and our first nominee is The Perfect Neighbor, which has 1 nomination. You can currently watch The Perfect Neighbor on Netflix and Netflix only. The Alabama Solution has 1 nomination for Best Documentary Feature. It is currently streaming on HBO Max. Come See Me in the Good Light has 1 nomination for Best Documentary Feature. It is currently streaming on Apple TV+. Cutting Through Rocks has 1 nomination for Best Documentary Feature. It is currently not really available to see anywhere, but it will begin streaming on a site called DocPlay on March 2nd. So you're going to have to wait a couple of weeks, but you should still be able to see Cutting Through Rocks before the Academy Awards ceremony. Just set your calendar to check DocPlay on March 2nd. Mr. Nobody Against Putin is currently in select theaters, a few around the country. It's also available via digital rental and digital purchase, and it is streaming through a site called the Kino Film Collection. So you can catch that movie in a few different places. Now let's get to the three categories that are annually the Academy Award completionist's worst nightmare. I'm talking about the shorts category, but I think it might not be as difficult as it often is this year because Roadside Attractions is taking over distribution of the theatrical exhibition of the 2026 Oscar-nominated films. That release will be happening this upcoming week on February 20th. So be sure to mark your calendars this upcoming Friday to see if there is a theater near you that is playing the 2026 Oscar-nominated short films. It will also, as I noted before, be part of Cinemark's Oscar Showcase from March 9th through the 15th. However, there are some shorts that are currently available to watch online or through different streaming services. 3 of the documentary shorts are available to watch. All the Empty Rooms is on Netflix. Armed Only with a Camera is on HBO Max, and The Devil is Busy is on HBO Max. 3 live action shorts are available to watch currently. A Friend of Dorothy is streaming on Disney+. Jane Austen's period drama is currently free on YouTube, and The Singers is on Netflix. And there are 3 animated shorts currently available to watch, all for free on YouTube: Butterfly, Forever Green, and Retirement Plan. We've already covered all the nominees for Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Original Screenplay, and Best Original Score, and we've talked about 3 of the films that have a nomination for Best Original Song, but there are 2 original song nominees that we have not talked about. As the prophecy has foretold for generations now, Diane Warren is, of course, nominated again this year. The song is from a documentary about her called Diane Warren Relentless, and you can currently watch it via digital rental and digital purchase. It's also currently streaming on Canopy, which is a streaming service that you should have access to for free if you have a library card. Just register with that information, and you should be able to see Diane Warren Relentless on that service. And then Viva Verdi also has a Best Original Song nomination. This is an incredibly obscure movie that most people haven't even heard of. It is currently streaming on a site called jolt.film, and it looks, I checked it out. It's legit. You can rent it for a $10 minimum price, although it has a $15 suggested price. It's one of those services where they're saying, hey, if you want to donate a little bit extra. So there is availability to watch Viva Verdi if you want to drop $10 just to finish all of the Oscar-nominated films. We've already covered all the nominees for Best Casting, Sound, Production Design, and Cinematography, and we've talked about 2 of the nominees for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. But the remaining 3 nominees include Kokuho, which just came out in theaters. It's in select theaters right now. It is expanding wider on February 20th, which is this Friday. So hopefully, if it's not playing near you, it will be in the near future because there's no other word on any alternative availability for this film. The Smashing Machine is nominated for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. It's currently available for digital rental and purchase. It's on physical media, and it's streaming on HBO Max. And The Ugly Stepsister is also nominated for Best Makeup and Hairstyling. You can watch it right now through digital rental and digital purchase, and it is streaming on Hulu, Shudder, and AMC+. We have covered all the nominees for Best Film Editing. We've covered all but 1 of the nominees for Best Costume Design and all but 3 of the nominees for Best Visual Effects. So let's start with Avatar: Fire and Ash, which is nominated for Visual Effects and Best Costume Design. Currently, it is only available to watch in theaters. There are no announced plans for any rental or purchase, any sort of at-home streaming, physical media, any of that. So if you haven't seen Avatar: Fire and Ash, the theater is currently still the only way that you can see it. The Lost Bus is nominated for Best Visual Effects. It is only streaming right now on Apple TV+. And Jurassic World Rebirth is the final nominee for Best Visual Effects. It is currently available via digital rental and purchase on physical media and streaming on Peacock. And there you have it. That's where to find every single movie nominated for the Academy Award this year. And as I mentioned on a couple of them, if the availability is slim, keep checking back. Keep doing those internet searches, looking at the news online, because I imagine some of the ones that may be a bit harder to find now could become easier to find as we get closer to the Academy Awards. If you are looking to see which streaming service might provide you the best bang for your buck at the Oscars this year, HBO Max wins easily. Movies streaming on HBO Max have 35 total nominations. There are 8 nominees currently streaming on the service. Netflix covers 18 Oscar nominations across 6 nominees. Peacock Films have 6 nominations and 3 nominees. Apple TV Plus covers 6 nominations and 3 nominees. And Disney Plus currently has 2 Oscar nominees streaming on their platform, covering 2 nominations, one for Best Animated Feature and one for Best Live Action Short. Hopefully you were taking notes on all that information. If you weren't, the good news is you can rewind and watch parts of this video again. It took me a couple years to figure that out here on YouTube. Regardless, as we get closer and closer to the Oscars this year, I hope that this was a helpful tool to help you find those movies that you haven't quite seen. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, because I will be covering all of the lead up to the Academy Awards, including the major awards ceremonies before the Oscars, my predictions on who's going to win, and of course my recap after the Oscars themselves. And as always, be sure to stay tuned right here for the latest in movie news, reviews, box office, and more. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you then.